So today I'm at the house of the famous novelist Charles Dickens. I'm just going to show you around his lifestyle and all the interiors and everything I'm going to share with you. So stay with me for all the experience. Thank you, and please do like, subscribe and share my channel. So that's the kitchen. It would have been Catherine's domain, Charles Dickens' wife. She also published a book of recipes entitled What Shall We Have for Dinner? It featured things like rabbit curry, lobster, cutlets, rice dumplings, and mashed potatoes. I just fell in love with the vintage style decor of the kitchen. It was truly fascinating. In this room, food was prepared and dry ingredients were stored. It was also a place to store candles because there was no gas lighting in the property, so oil lamps were used as well. In this room, clothes were washed and water was heated for the house. Here you can see a fabulous table setting ready for a dinner. Charles' fortune changed when he moved into the house. He became a very famous writer. He used to socialize with many other authors, journalists, and many leading artists. So here you will see the bust of Dickens, cast in 1842. This bust is a contemporary copy of an original sculpture made by the American artist Henry Dexter. In the house, you can see a collection of portraits, original manuscripts, and personal belongings of Charles Dickens. It's a typical Georgian terraced house. He lived there from 1837, a year after his marriage to Catherine, till 1839. So this room was used by Catherine and her children. Here she handled all the household matters and duties, and she used to organize things for the house. And she used to greet and welcome visitors and spend time with her children. When Charles was traveling, she used to write letters from this room to her husband. There are portraits of the couple in this room. there's one interesting fact that Samuel Lawrence, a close friend of the Dickens, drew these portraits of Dickens and Catherine while they were living at 48 Doughty Street. The portraits show the young couple early in their marriage, and they hung in each of their family's home until they separated in 1858, sadly. After the dinner, the guests often proceed towards this drawing room for drinks and entertainment, like music, dancing, amateur dramatics, and parlor games, for more enjoyment and fun. That's the original reading desk that Dickens used when delivering his public readings. The study was the most important room in this house. Here he completed his Pickwick Papers. He wrote Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, A Tale of Two Cities. Here you can see here vast collection of books. See the exhibition of some of his works. Dickens wrote, read, performed, and edited ghost stories for over 30 years. Returning to the genre in his novels, journals, and special Christmas edition of his works, he used the supernatural to fuel his imagination. This exhibition introduces what Dickens' friend and first biographer John Forster called his hankering after ghosts. Throughout his life, Dickens wrote, edited, and enjoyed ghostly stories. Some of his best loved are closely linked to Christmas, such as A Christmas Carol and what were known as the Christmas numbers of his journals. The long, dark winter nights and the need to huddle around the fire made the perfect conditions for telling spooky tales. So that's the Dickens dressing room. He used to dress and shave hair. He was a well-dressed man. He wore this court suit on a very special occasion on a reception hosted by Edward Prince of Wales in 1870. So that's Charles Dickens and Catherine bedroom. That's the grand four-poster bed. They separated after having 10 children in 1858. Vanity desk are artifacts leading to the separation and a serpent ring owned by Catherine. So that's the room of Mary, Catherine's sister. After a trip from a theater, she died from heart failure at the age of 17. Actually, I've seen all the house and it gives me a very vintage feel, and it gives me a feel like back in times that I've started living in old times. This room depicts the early difficult days of the Charles Dickens life. His father was sent to prison for debt, and Charles was forced to work in a factory at the age of 12. He pasted labels and tops on bottles. Charles Dickens died at the age of 58 in 1870. He suffered from ill health for many years. He was buried in Poets' Corner in Westminster Abbey. So that's the nursery for his children. His children slept and played in this room. Please do like, subscribe and share my channel, and thanks for watching my vlog. See you again.